What's up, YouTubers, but more specifically gamers? I'm going to discuss the Xbox One, or as I like to call it, the Xbox None, or the Xbox One Third, or I don't know, the shit box like I used to call the first one, the real Xbox One. Yeah, I called that the shit box. Okay, now I'm noticing a lot of people, they think they're technically savvy, but they're really not. They're just looking at the amount of the RAM. And they don't understand how RAM works. They don't understand how operating systems use the resources of the RAM, which means it cannot be allocated. Oh no, I'm using big words that people don't understand. It cannot be used for your games, okay? So let's look here. The PS4 has 8 gigabytes of GDDR5 RAM, okay? And you're probably wondering, whoa, 8 gigs, wow, that's a lot. But you're not thinking about the GDDR5. And the other main thing is, sorry. The other thing is, you got to consider how much the operating system is eating up into that RAM, which means you will have less of those precious gigs that you people talk about. You think, oh, 8 gigs, it's the same, but it's really not. The Xbox None is operating 3 operating systems. Okay, you operate one on your computer. Let's see here. Okay, I have 8 gigs of DDR3 RAM, right? And just to put it right now, I just have Google Chrome open, basically. That's all I have open. Look how much of that's eaten up. 2 gigs, okay? Well, what the problem there is, my physical memory is eating up 24%. That's 2 gigs. It's confirmed that it eats up 3 gigs. 3 gigs, okay? So that means you only have 5 gigs tops for your games. And you guys are, oh, whatever, RAM, play off the disk, this and that. No, you don't understand. The data is stored in the RAM for random access memory, so it can be accessed quickly to the CPU, GPU, wherever it needs to go to, okay? So all that data is stored in the RAM, and then it's constantly adding different data depending how the game's coded, what level you're on, this, that, blah, blah, blah. But and then even now 8 gigs really isn't that much. Well, it is, but it isn't. It's gonna show its age quick, especially with the DDR3, and you only got 5 gigs of usable. And you got to take into consideration the OSs are gonna update like the Xbox now does. And I mean, I can't be the only one. When I first turn on my Xbox, and I try to go scroll my friends list, it'll lock up because it's still trying to load it up because it doesn't have enough fucking RAM to store all that kind of shit in. Um, and that just shows you its age, and it's been acting like that the last couple of years. So the Xbox has been showing its age for at least 2 years now. And so how long until, and they want, oh, we won't have to, this could be the last Xbox, because they're saying, oh, you'll never need a new one, which is complete bullshit. And because the RAM's going to show its age in probably 5 years from now. And it's already going to show its age the day it comes out, because the PS4 is going to completely shit on it. Now let's get on to the PS4 here. It's got GDDR5. Much faster RAM, much better for gaming, the OS is rumored. I don't know if it's been confirmed yet, but from what I've seen, it's rumored to have 1 gig. And from the videos I've seen, their OS is not looking that complicated. It doesn't look like it's gonna have to do everything that the Xbox One has to do. I mean, Xbox One is flipping through applications like crazy, so it's going to be eating up RAM like no other. Because in order for it to go fast, it's got the data's got to be stored in the RAM. Okay. Now back onto the PS4. So that means you have 7 gigs of already faster RAM. Even if it had 3 gigs eating up the same amount of RAM eaten up on the OS's operating system, OS as Xbox, it still would be much better RAM than the Xbox nuns because it's faster, much faster, and that's what you need in gaming. You need to transfer that data quicker. Now, and also, I hope Sony really throws a gauntlet at them and puts a terabyte hard drive. I mean, a terabyte hard drive is pretty much bare minimum if you're gonna want to be installing games that you think now. Oh yeah, that's a lot, you Xbox fanboys. I mean, I have Xbox right now because it was the better console this generation. I'm not loyal to any brand anymore after Nintendo turned all kitty and gay, kind of like Xbox. The thing about it is, so now we're like around 8 gigs on a disc for Xbox, right? We're going to Blu-ray now, all right? And Blu-ray, what is it, like 30 gigs? I think the max thing would be like 60 or whatever. So just say 30. 30 gigs a game at 500 gigabyte hard drive, and then if you got these movies and shit you download, I don't know how much space those eat up. So I mean, the fact of the matter is, you know your hard drive is gonna fill up fairly quickly. I mean, it will. And so Sony hasn't said anything about their hard drive, but I'm hoping it's a terabyte. They might as well just fucking take Microsoft out to the pasture and shoot them in the head for being fucking Illuminati puppets. Now onto this Kinect, okay? I've known this was ever since the first Kinect, and it's nothing but a spying device, which is why they want you to be always online. And they're like, oh, it's not always on, it's not always online, but you gotta sign in every 24 hours. So it is. I mean, what? Oh, it's not always constantly, consistently, every second of your life online, but it has to at least be connected for a minute out of every day. Why? So they can download all the data from the Kinect. Have you seen how sophisticated the camera and the cameras? It can record your heartbeat. It could probably recognize your heartbeat and know you're the one on the machine, as if it already can't even recognize you. It has night vision, so you could be fucking your bitch on the bed, and some Xbox employees are watching you do your thing, bro, because it's always on. And I highly doubt you're gonna unplug your Ethernet cable from your Xbox. That won't be off. It'll be in a standby state, which means basically it'll just keep the spying programs operating for you. It's got all this voice recognition, this and that, and like when you talk to your Xbox, this and that, Xbox, someone comes in my room, hey, did you get your new Xbox off of eBay? And I'm like, dude, I was just trying to beat that level, motherfucker. Someone comes into the room, hey, can you get off Xbox, watch some TV? Oh, what are you doing? I'm playing my Xbox. I can see it happening now. It's not a cool feature. Oh, wow, we're in the future, blah, blah, blah. Guess what? SOCOM had voice recognition on PlayStation 2 through a headset. You don't need a fucking Kinect sensor to have voice recognition software and implement it into your operating system to do stupid little fucking gimmick shit like watching your TV when all you have to do is pick up your remote and change the channel like I do now. I mean, and like all you people with this TV and shit, I have Xfinity cable, okay? So that means therefore I can watch Xfinity on my Xbox. And I do watch sometimes only because it's not TV, it's on demand. So I realize it is going different in the next console. But it's not, dude, it's a game console, okay? They're totally neglecting their target demographic. And did you see the games? None of them were impressive. Call of Duty was very, very far from impressive, people. If anyone thinks that looks so cool, did you not see the Killzone trailer? That's next gen. This shit they're having is like Call of Duty in the current gen in actual true HD. That's all it really is. I mean, because you guys think they call this the HD generation, and I gotta laugh at that. You know why? Because it's not true HD. They upscale it to whatever. That's why I put my Xbox on 720. 720p instead of 1080p, because if I put on 1080p, even though my TV's 1080p, like, whoa, who doesn't have 1080p TV nowadays? Even if it's on 1080p, it stretches the textures and shit, and it looks like shit. If anyone, like, 1080p, you guys are, yeah, 1080p is a sharper resolution, but it doesn't look good if the games aren't natively 1080p. I mean, apparently I have really good eyesight because I can notice a huge difference when it's on 720p and 1080p. Now, so connects the spying device. What else do we got to address on this bullshit? Yeah, and they're trying to kill the used game market, this and that. Like, they're like, oh, we're not trying to kill it. We're just gonna make you pay a fee, so then when you trade in your game, it's gonna kill your trade-in value. That's what they're killing. And like, dude, they're so stupid because the old like a lot of people trade in their old games to get the new games, like Call of Duty. They'll trade in the old piece of shit Call of Duty for the new piece of shit Call of Duty. I mean, it doesn't cover the whole price, but it gives you what, like $20, whatever. Who knows? Whatever they give you. You know, GameStop's ripping you off too, but at least they're not gonna rip you off as much as Microsoft is right now. And then the whole hassle of, oh, you gotta download your profile when you go to your friend's house to play the game. This, and you gotta stay on your profile. So it really does kill borrowing games. Not that I haven't borrowed a game since I was a kid, but it's the whole fact that they're gonna do that. And I'm sure if I was a kid, I'd be pissed off. None of the games were impressive. Call of Duty looked fucking. It didn't look that impressive, people. It only looks impressive to you Call of Duty heads because you haven't played any other games but Call of Duty, and you don't know what good games look like. What else? The TV thing, you guys snap back to reality. Look, Xbox 360 has TV capabilities, but it only has Verizon. I think it's Verizon Fios, whoever that provider is, and Comcast Xfinity. Okay, it only has two providers. So if you don't have those two providers, you're not getting any TV on your Xbox. I'm sure they're gonna bump it up, blah blah blah, and their whole probably grand plan is to have their own fucking television network thing, because Microsoft's a monopoly. We all know that. So I mean, you got to ask yourself, what's so great about the Xbox One that you are willing to give up your freedom and privacy for a corporation that is just interested in scamming the consumer out of more and more money? Ask yourself that. I am going with the PlayStation 4 because I'm a true gamer and I'm in it for the games. And look, these exclusives, I bet you half of them are for Connect, and they're gonna suck. And I'm not a Halo fan. I'm sorry, Halo sucks. Yes, I said it. It sucks. It's not fun at all. You people just fall into the media hype machine. And they didn't show any gameplay footage. You know why? I guarantee you why. And they were very vague about the processor, the RAM speed, and the GPU. What does that tell you? That the PS4 shits on all three of those categories. And the only reason why they announced the hard drive is because Sony didn't announce the hard drive yet, and Sony can totally fuck them up by saying we're offering a terabyte hard drive. As long as Sony doesn't fuck up and overprice again, they're in good shape to win this console war, and totally dismantle the Xbox, because it's a piece of shit. I don't need a fucking cable box that plays video games. I don't. I mean, they tried it with DVD players a long time ago and it didn't work, okay? Um, yeah, and I also don't need an Xbox to be my computer. I have a computer for that has more impressive specs than the fucking Xbox does. So why would I need an Xbox One when my computer was like, it wasn't even a high-end PC. I got it like 2-3 years ago for like 500, $600, and I got better specs in it than the fucking Xbox. So that should tell you something. And they're gonna probably charge at least 400. I heard rumors that, oh, you sign up with Xbox Live, you'll get it for 300 for 2-year agreement. Um, they'll sucker people into getting it that way, because it'll be the cheaper option. But even though you're paying for the internet, so it's gonna add up, and it's not gonna be a cheaper option. Uh, yeah, so the Xbox One is nothing but a fucking computer, a cheap ass computer that they're gonna overprice. And you can watch TV on your computer too, so I mean it's stupid. And like, man, it's so stupid. They're stupid. I knew it was coming, this whole entertainment bullshit, and that's why I said months ago when I was telling Nintendo fans that the Wii U was trash, that I'm probably gonna get a PS4 because Microsoft was gonna go entertainment gaming system, and PlayStation 4 is gonna be a gaming entertainment system. Notice the difference? Big fucking difference. Gamers unite and get a PS4. Fuck Microsoft. Keep in mind, I have a 360, not a PS3.